Hello everyone, welcome to our practice. My name is Francine. This is Axel. I am cat sitting, so he's going to be coming in and out of the shot probably throughout our class. Our theme today is about our knees, stretching areas in and around, also doing a little bit of strengthening. One of my favorite things to do when I'm having knee issues is without any warm-up, in other words, yin style, I come into wide-legged child's pose. And so toes together, knees apart, resting forehead either on a block or just onto the mat. And staying here several breaths, allowing tension to release. We'll be here a little bit longer. What we're trying to do is yin style. Try to get into a position where the knees, once we straighten, will release synovial fluid. Not always easy to stay in this position, so you can feel free to make your way out of it and then come back to it. So whenever I have knee problems, this is my go-to. I sometimes stay up to 5 minutes. Now we won't be staying that long today. Let's begin to make our way up. And then from here, can we come to our backs? I like to place a block between the inner thighs. I invite you to do so if it's something that you enjoy or maybe you haven't tried. Pressing through the heels, we inhale, hips come up for bridge. And then exhale slowly down. And again, inhale up. And exhale down. And then let's do another 4. Bringing our arms up and by our ears. So 4, 3, 2, and just 1 more. And if we have the block between the inner thighs, let's release it. Bring our knees to our chest, hands behind the knees to protect the knee joints. And we take a breath or 2 here, rocking side to side. Now the knee is the largest joint in the human body, so it's really important that we take some care and bring some love and attention to this area. Let's place the right foot onto the mat, both hands behind the left knee, flexing the left ankle, and then we inhale up. This is where mine make a variety of cracking noises. Exhale down. And then inhale up, heel all the way to the sky, down. One more. And then we switch legs. And inhale, heel up to the sky, exhale down. The knee doesn't have to go completely straight. And let's do 1 more. And from here, rolling onto one side, pushing ourselves up making our way to tabletop or all fours. Hips just side to side for a breath or two. Placing our hands into a starfish position with the fingers wide and really pressing the fingertips into the earth. Toes tuck under, and we're going to find downward facing dog. And so maybe pedaling the heels down one at a time. So we're bending one knee and then the other. And then finding stillness, seeing can we lift the toes and spread them wide. Then we're going to inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, knees really bend, just hovering. Hips go back up. Inhale, tippy toes. Knees bend. Hips back up. Tippy toes. Knees bend. Hips back up, heels downward. One more. Tippy toes. Hover. Back up and lowering those heels. You'll notice mine don't touch the ground. That's okay. And then we return to all fours, grabbing our blocks. And before we do, we're just going to do a little side bend. So we inhale up, exhale, side bend, and then up again. Last one. And then maybe placing our hands on our blocks, taking the left foot forward, right foot is back. We're in a low lunge, but you'll notice that the right knee is not down, and we're going to flow from here in low lunge on an inhale to pyramid on an exhale. So pyramid means that front knee will almost straighten. So we inhale, exhale, feeling free to lift the toes of the front foot. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. And then we'll bring that back knee down. Front foot will meet the back. Right foot comes forward. Tuck the toes under, coming to low lunge. We inhale, then exhale. So that front knee almost straightening. And one more. We'll bring the back knee down. Front leg meets the back. Doing a bit of a twist now. Inhale, exhale, twist to one side. Inhale, center. Exhale, twisting to the second side. And then hands come to our heart. We're here now in a position sometimes referred to as thunderbolt, maybe challenging on the knees, and if that's the case, we may want to grab a block or two, place it between the legs, and then we will find ourselves seated on the blocks. This will take some of the pressure off the knees. So we just very slowly want to get the knees used to this type of position and feeling absolutely free to use our props. Again, I don't want to leave us here too long. So from here, can we make our way to our abdomens? A lot of the times we can get a lot of opening into the discomfort of the knee by opening up the quads. So can we bend the right knee? Take the fingers of the left hand, we point them to the upper right hand corner. Option to stay here. If the hand is available to us, pressing the pubic bone into the earth. So I find when my knees act up, a lot of the times it's either my quads or my hamstrings. So I usually try to go after those areas and then see. The other thing, as I mentioned at the start, I really like that wide-legged child's pose, holding a little bit longer. So I want us to try to remember, how did we feel in Thunderbolt? Because after doing this particular opening, let's release that right foot. We're going to come back to it to see if we notice any difference. So we bend the left knee, and this might be our max for today, and that's okay. Fingers of the right hand pointing to the upper left hand corner of the mat, maybe grabbing the foot, pressing the pubic bone into the earth. We come to the breath. And we release the foot. We come to all fours in our neutralizing pose, which will be downward facing dog. After which time, we're going to try to see what it feels like in Thunderbolt again. Let's bend into the knees, finding that Thunderbolt with or without blocks, and simply observing without judgment, without competition. Do we have a slight difference? And maybe we're not there yet, but repeating some of these movements that we've just done will with time undoubtedly help to open up these areas. Now, once again, I'm not a doctor, just sharing with you things that I have found helpful, because I had really figured a few years ago that by this point I would have 2 artificial knees. And knock on wood, here I am doing better than I was years ago with both knees. Let's inhale up. Exhale, hands come to the heart, and we take a few breaths either in this position or any other comfortable seated position.